before we get into the discussion, I just want to say thank you all for being here and holding time, space, and energy to make yourself available. I'm looking forward to see what you guys got in mind, consciousness, energetically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And I'm just grateful. Sometimes I look at life and, you look at the things you always wanted to do and you get an opportunity to do it. And sometimes when we have those things, we forget where we were 10, 5, 3, maybe 6 months ago, years ago, right? So I'm just honored and really thankful. Here we are. Elevate your mindset and supercharge your mid-year success. So I see some of you who come on before, I could have topics and we could speak on each topic. So there's one, two, three, four, maybe like four, like some, they say four and impossible when you playing spades. I want you to write these things down. The first three are questions. So the first question is, what are your wins so far this year? What are your wins? What are your successes so far this year? And then the second question is, what are the challenges for you this far? Next question is, what needs to change? What should we change? What do we need to change? And sometimes it could be our attitude or our mindset or our perspective. Maybe we need to leave that job or that relationship. Or we got to stop over taking care of the child. They're grown, man. Let them figure it out. It's funny, I was talking to my mom this morning about my nephew, which is a grandson, and she's worried. And I said, Mom, I get it. But I said, at the end of the day, he's with his dad. Maybe he don't have the rapport he wants with his dad. That is his dad. So let a man do a man's job. It might not make sense because of your emotions, but trust me, he's fine. I said, Mom, it's all right. He needs discipline. Young boys need discipline. Right? So that was an interesting comment because I called her for something else and she gave me that. I was like, okay. The next one is RPM. So the R stands for rapid, P stands for planning, and M stands for method, right? Method. Say that right. Method. Beneath that, you can put in like asterisks. R also goes for results. The P goes for purpose. The method goes for map. And map is massive action plan. So rapid planning method. Below that is results, purpose, map, MAP, world map, massive action plan. And beneath that, we have intentions, activity, outcome. But I just want to get through these first three and really get you guys' engagement, get your feedback, get your perspective, just to see where you are in your consciousness and your paradigm, where you are in your heart and your mental. What are your wins thus far this year? So far this year, what are your wins? You can write them down, and then I would love for people to chime in. So I'm going to talk about it because I think it's important for us to get acknowledgement. Also know many of us, or maybe some of us, may have accomplished a lot this year, but because we're not getting celebrated or acknowledged for, we might not feel the way it looks. You get what I'm saying? And I want y'all to think about that. You need to celebrate all your wins, even the small ones, right? Getting up at 5 a.m. when you used to get up at 6:30, right? Communicating with your spouse or your kids. Like, we need acknowledgement around the things we win in because it amplifies our confidence in that space. Sometimes like, oh, it's light. Nothing is light when you overcoming something and you becoming something. So what are your wins? I would love anyone to just jump in and we go from there.
Well, the one win is that everyone always compliments me on this old golf shirt, and I've been running outside with the dogs. So it's one of the working shirts, the outdoorsy ones, but love it. Thank you. I didn't know until you asked me right now, that I've actually had revenue growth of 220% this year, since January up to July, up to 31 July. I know. So you brought up such a valid point.
Hold on, say it again. 220%?
Of 220%. I calculated in percent because you're right. It boosts confidence. It increases that feeling of expansion. Because one of the challenges I was going to automatically say is like, it's not good enough. Meaning, where does that stem? Where do I have that root going? I'm not good. It's just not good enough by my standards, right? For what I want to achieve. So loved your question. I just thought I'd share that because, yeah, it is awesome that it's a 220% growth in revenue, just top line. But yeah, you see, there's already the but there. I'm like, yeah, but I've still been doing this. So it's just one of the wins. Yeah, anyway, I thought I'd share that.
Wow, congratulations.
Out there.
So let me ask you a question. what was your intentions at the top of the year for you to get here with 200? Like, what was the thought in mind? What were you intending to do in business for you
to
reach
move
that?
to California, to go into a stunning 3-home rental. I've got images, like literal pictures. I know what I want. And I almost settled for less than what I want in about April, May, which I didn't then. I made a decision and I feel good about it, that I chose not to move into that home that was offered to me, even though the landlord's sweet and all, but it was tiny. And I've got 2 large breed dogs. They're my boys. They're coming with me. They're my other part of life, you know. So that was the intention. So I said, all right, well, to live in California is literally 3 to 5 times the cost of living here in Greenville, South Carolina, and the rent. I'm looking at $6,000 a month rent, for example, versus $3,000 a month rent here, type of thing. So, you know, and I wanted to invest more, which I did do. I did make investments this year, but the big goal for me is to move to Santa Barbara, Laguna Beach, or somewhere around there in Santa Barbara County, Los Angeles County. So it's not like I'm aiming cheap in my head is what I'm saying. That forced,
right.
Yeah.
That forced these things.
The increase in revenue. Yeah. It's the desire is so strong. Because I saw Kathleen and everyone doing the fun Malibu December thing last year. I'm like, I'm going there. The weather's better all around. Like it is sweltering out here with humidity and bugs. Right now, I've just come back inside. So that was it lit my fire to increase revenue. So yeah, I should have, thank you for making me aware of how good that is, separate from the fact when I want to, I don't know, beat myself up for still not having done the move. And I've given myself time the whole year. Yeah. So somewhere in me is still that root of it's just not good enough. Like I've got to do better. You know, there's so much more for the taking. And this is just a rental. It's not the investment property or whatever, just a rental 1 year. But I made a goal that my peace of mind fund, as I call it, must have a certain figure in it. And I'm not there yet. So I realize now doing this that I keep focusing on the so-called negative without actually placing my gratitude and focus on that's a win. That's a massive win in 6 months.
Yeah.
So you made me aware of it, and I have to thank you.
Yeah, I think you're tapping into some frequency of the vibration of this portal we opened, because let me tell you something. I was just in Laguna this weekend. Oh my God, it's amazing. So Santa Barbara is one of my favorite counties to go. The energy there is incredulous, right? Like, and I don't know if you've taken astrocartography reading. So cartography is about, they take your natal chart, time you were born, where you're born, and they place it in a geographic location in the world. And you get to pick a few cities you want to be in. You get to see what resonates with your soul. Wow. Right? So I was told that Orange County is good for self-healing for me. However, LA is good for career, purpose-driven, and relationships. So when I went out there, I felt this, and this is like I sunk into like the vibration. I felt so at peace. I'm like, wow, this woman knew what she was talking about, who gave me the reading like 5 months ago. So that's something also that can help. But what you're discussing is what we're going to talk about at the end, outcome, intentions. That's why I asked the question. You gave me all these, and now you're at this 220% increase because you were clear, you set an intention, and you had an outcome. So we're going to unpack that later today, but thank you for sharing that. And just know you are there, you know, your energy said it. Your energy said it, right? Sometimes we think like, oh, we got to have another income source or nothing. Like, no, the other income source or thing is your energy. Your energy is that thing. It's your vibration. When you're smiling and you're speaking, I can feel your energy. You feel good. You feel like you're winning.
A little bit hot and sweaty after running outside with the boys. So I'm good. I'm active.
We need to be asking you, how did you do it? Right? So that's amazing. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. This was great. Anyone else? Someone else. Let's see. Who else got some wins to share? Let's go, Layla Joy. I like that name. Layla Joy, LJ, all day.
Everybody. Yes. This has been a really big and busy year for me. I just joined Millionaire this weekend. Before I did, I was, I'm a Christian. I'm very spiritual. So I was like, God, I would love to have a community of like-minded people because I have a very full life. I have built 2 international businesses in less than 10 years, had a baby. Like, it's been crazy. And especially these last 4 years have been like unbelievable in a way that hasn't been great because I'm working in another country and, it's a lot happening. But I finally got my business to the point where everything is set up. And this is coming at the perfect time because I'm in a different space mentally and I'm prepared and ready for ascension, if that makes any sense, and it's not about money. It's just about, just my spirit rising as opposed to feeling burdened by, responsibilities and stuff. So that for me is a tremendous win. And I feel like in the last 10 years, I've changed so much. Even the things that I wanted 10 years ago are completely light years away from what is important to me now. And so for me, it's like such a tremendous blessing. You can't put a price on that. So that's all.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's incredible because it's prices that you're in such a space where, by the way, what do you do spiritually? Do you meditate? Do you yoga? Do you pray? Because your aura is like coming through. It's like,
thank you. Thank you. I'm just a spiritual person and I really am very careful who I align myself with and spend time with, which is really funny because I'm actually in industry that is, very male driven, male centered, I'm living in Spain. So it's a very machismo type of culture. So it's, there are many things happening. But I appreciate that. And one other thing, this is almost like, I sat through Kathleen's class today in Millionaire, and this just keeps happening. It's almost like confirmation. Like I'm hearing something from somebody else, like my parents, and you're like, okay. And then you hear it again from another place, and you're like, oh my gosh, this person is literally saying something that has been told to me many years, and I just couldn't accept it or receive it then. And now I'm in a space where I'm able to really take it in and understand what's being said to me, like from the spirit. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing. I think what I've realized in life is that sometimes when you're so good at doing something or you're so accustomed to being something, you don't think about the way someone else outside is seeing it, right? So you two both spoke and I can vote, 220% increase. You got your business set up last 10 years. Your energy's glowing. It's like, okay, what are you guys doing? What is your method? What is your medicine? And I want to encourage you both, I don't know how long, you've been in Millionaire or whatever program, use what you have, like you give it, and give it to the people there because we all benefit. No one's better than no one. We all have a role in this lifetime collectively, just as much as I'm giving, you're giving, we're all receiving. Sharing is receiving. And I don't want people, also, I try to tell my clients, I don't want to take your autonomy away from you, right? I'm going to give you something from my paradigm, from my perspective. Some things might not resonate, and that's okay. Do what works best for you and own that. Because that's what makes you different. And I think if more people can step into that power, like, yeah, but there's no but. You know what to do. You got the call in your spirit. They say, hey, let me join Millionaire. Like, I'm in here. Let's get it. Right. But sometimes because of the way the world is shaped and the way we're programmed, we give all our energy and power away to these thought leaders and these politicians, whatever. And it's like, I get it, but you're your own thought leader. You're your own boss and politician for yourself and how you feel inside, because the body keeps the score. But I'm just thankful that you guys are your energy is just on here. It's like, okay, we in this thing. Happy August, right? Because everybody's vibration helps everybody's vibration. So my intention is always to hear people speak and tell their truth, because I don't want to come in here and just talk for an hour. For what? I'm not getting nothing out of it. I'm getting more out of this because I'm learning. Oh, what do you do? What is your business? Oh, what you been doing? Oh, you set intentions and you 220, So these little things, I call them patterns, but we got to pay attention to when people are telling us, oh, you have great energy. What is the universe trying to tell you through these people? What is God trying to show you through these people? Mm-hmm. We got to catch the signal and listen. And sometimes, like you said, it's a timing thing. So congratulations. It's beautiful.
Thank you. And you're so right, because I'm somebody who moves fast. Yeah. And sometimes you move so fast that you're not able to hear what God or, whatever you believe is trying to tell you, And so I'm so grateful for this space in my life now where I can actually really hear what I'm supposed to be doing next and how I'm supposed to be doing it. So that's all. Thank you.
We love it. Anyone else want to share? I'm excited. Y'all got me over here. Hey, I love this party. How are you today?
I am grand. How is everybody?
Yes, yes. Can we get some wins? What are your wins so far? I would love to know.
Okay, well, hey, everybody should know my major win is I got a one-on-one with Kathleen. Like, I am super pumped. I'm ready. Like, it's about to be a life changer. I'm in it to win it. And that's about the best I can give you. That's my first win. That's my major win. But I just came from the hairdresser, just going to get my hair cut real quick. And I was speaking, yeah, the hat's on. Yeah, we're not finished with the do yet. But I was speaking to her about my book, and we had talked about it before. And she says, "What do you want to do with your book?" I said, "Well, I would like to sell it in bulk, and that's what I'm manifesting." And she says, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, bulk is the way to go. I want to sell my book in bulk." And she says, "Well, what's the name of it?" And we talked about that. And this inhale confidence, exhale doubt.
Whoa, hold on, say that again. Whoa, say that again.
Inhale confidence, exhale doubt. Get it out of here. Oh, okay, so I can't just.
Yeah, let's see it. Congratulations, that's major key. Congrats.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yes. So
talking to her, she says, "Well, Kimberly, you were sent to me today." I said, "Okay," because I scheduled you. Get that in. But she said, "No, you were sent to me because my sister in, I think she said Oregon or Utah, because I'll be calling her right after this, but she's picking the books, and she has a huge community there. And they need a new book to read, but it has to be on building your spirit and things." I said, "Girl, you're in the right place, and I'm in the right place at the right time." So we exchanged information, and she wants to put it in her first cousin's hand. I think it's her cousin, that has this major book club that will want to get it in bulk. And I'm like, "This is a done deal." I said, "Okay, I'll call you when I'm done. I gotta go on a Zoom, but I'll call you when I'm done." And she was like, "Okay, I'm serious. You don't have to tell me. I've already placed myself on different TV shows. So you don't have to tell me about calling you about this book today." So that was a win for me. And I literally just ran in and was like, "Oh my God, I can't," because Eric, I can't lie. I'm like, I was looking for you yesterday because I was ahead. So yeah. I was the one that wrote in here like, "What happened to Eric?" I said it to Jen. I was like, "Jen, what happened?" Then I realized, I'm like, if you would like maybe give it a day, he's on time. That was a little early. Yeah. So that was my win for today. And I'm grateful. I already see it.
Yeah, I feel it from your aura, from your presence. Can I ask you a question? So what is it that you actually do? Because your vibe is giving me like host, talk show. You have a voice, like the way I'm listening to you. Like, what is it that you do, if you don't mind?
I'm a coach. I inspire other ladies, and this is what I do. Moms and women. My book was written because I am a mother of 2, but a grandmother of 7. Okay. And 5 years ago, I started raising 4 of those grandchildren. So the 4 of them are in my care. And I kind of got caught up in them so much that I lost me.
Yeah.
That's what my book's about, and how I came back with prayer and meditation and just declarations and affirmations and saying, I don't want to feel like this, and listen, Saturday is my birthday, and it was still a little nudging of that there. Like, I haven't really gone out to celebrate my birthday in years. Like, hold up, what's wrong with me? So I'm going to, like Shannon knows, I'm starting my my birthday journey, and it's called my birthday friendship tour. Yeah. Because over the past 5 years, I've been so far away from my friends that the kids were the only thing that I was centered around, So I am starting my friendship tour, and it starts actually on Friday, Shannon. So I'm starting my friendship tour, and my friendship tour is being able to communicate with one of my friends, going out with them, hanging with them, and giving them a card and thanking them for being a part of my life. Wow. And I'm going to do that all year long, because I celebrate my birthday all year anyway. So I'm going to do that all year long. And it was funny because Robert has stated in one of the things that his friend celebrates every day on the 3rd. So my birthday's the 3rd. So I'll do it on the 3rd, whether I'm here, local, or going away. I want to be able to, whoever I'm embracing at that time, be able to share and let them know how important they are to me and how they were a part of my growth.
Yeah. So your birthday is August 3rd.
August 3rd.
So yeah, I don't know if you're into numerology, but I am. So 3 is an expression number, right? It's how you express yourself, how you write, how you speak, how you talk. Also, C is the 3rd letter in the alphabet, communication, conversation, right? So this is when I'm hearing you speak, I'm realizing, do you have a podcast? Do you have a show? Like, you need to speak more about who you are, because people will listen because how you articulate your vibration, your energy, and your knowing. And you're a Leo. Leos, oh yeah, they taking over. And they like to take care of people. So
Yes.
you're great at that. Yeah.
But you know what, Eric, I had to get that back.
Right.
I lost my, my roar. I was like, yo, this is not me. Wait a minute. So listen, I'm back. Let's put it like that. I'm back.
Welcome back.
My family, yes.
Welcome back. You deserve that.
Yes.
Hey, y'all fired up today. I think energy in here is on. Let's get to the next question. Challenges. We all want to talk about the wins. Let's give a little bit of the challenges. We want some of them, right? Can we get some challenges, anyone? I'll tell you one of my challenges has been is distractions, right? You know how there are people in your life that you love and you care about, but then when you give them your time and energy and you're like, what am I doing? You don't really want anything because you love them and you have that attachment to them. It could be family, it could be friends. I said, you know what? Less is more. I got to really set some strong boundaries. Definitely have my phone on Do Not Disturb most of the day. Because when you talk to some people, they don't want anything, right? And it's like, why am I wasting time, energy, and space? Or there are people that come in your life, they want your energy. And then there are people that come in your life, they're giving you energy. So I had to discern, like, hold on, let me take a step back. Who's in my life giving to me without trying to? Who's in my life to pretend they're giving, but they're taking? And I don't think it's wrong, right? I just think that's their attentions, right? Or their unconscious thinking. So I said, you know what? Let's clear the energy. It's lock in. August is around the corner. So distractions has been my challenge. I've been getting distracted by the wrong things, people, and energies. I don't need to. Even some people I got to mute on Instagram, So unfollow some people or accounts. So these little things in my life that has been a challenge that I say, you know what? If I let this energy go, what energy can come in? Layla Joy is that when we're always busy, we can't be present to receive the medicine from the universe because we're always distracted or doing things and we're not being in our being to receive what we need. So, but someone, share your challenge. I would love to talk about it. Oh, we won't get shy about
share mine.
There we go. I'm about to say we didn't get shy about those challenges. Christine, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I just want to say it's so beautiful when you sit with that. It looks like you have a crown behind you. I don't know, but it's just wonderful. I love it. I agree with what you say. Just starting this year out, I think not so much on the big wins because I was caught up in all the output instead of the input and thinking that was somehow going to get me somewhere. And I think what some of the other folks put in there too about just saying no. And it was very hard to say no and say, this doesn't agree with me. Like I refer to it kind of dating, some people, they won't break up with someone until they have another person. And so sometimes we feel that, well, I can't let go of this until, the big client or the big this comes in. And so that was the struggle for me. I didn't like it. It wasn't agreeing with me. And I just had to stand up for myself and do that. And then the focus, right? Making sure that I want to focus more on myself. And so I totally agree with what you're saying. And so that's honing in my focus and being true to myself so that I can absorb and I can, ramp up the energy and then be available for all the good stuff to come in, right? Clearing out to make room for the good stuff.
Yeah, and I think this might be a therapy session because we got healing going on. So there's 3 things that came to mind when you were speaking. I was like, this is interesting. So there's something I like to say to everyone. He or she who feels it knows it. You know what you know, but relationships, partnerships, we avoid. Why? We avoid because the only reason we don't let people or things go because we can see what we're going to lose. We can see it. If I turn this light off, I know it's off. But how about if I turn this light off, then I can get a whole new light. But because I can't see the light coming, I'm so afraid to turn this one off. So all this light is doing is taking up the wrong energy and space in my life to keep the other light from coming in. People are holding on to what they can see they're going to lose. oh my God, if I get rid of this 10,000, that's 10,000 less in the bank account. But what if 50,000 is coming in? But you can't see it. So you gotta have faith and you gotta trust.
Yeah.
But it's hard because we live in a 3D reality and we gone off of what the 3D eyes and not the third eye eyes of seeing the higher self, right? But when you have that faith and you have that trust and you have that certainty, I'm letting this go because I know this is not helping me grow. This is pulling me down. Yes, I love it. And here's another thing. I don't want anyone to let love for someone or love for something stop them from changing when they know they need to change. Because we get caught in that paradigm. Oh, but I love you so much. We've been together for so long. We like quantity of time. We've been together 15, 12. Hey, it's over with. It's okay. I used to have this perception with family. Oh, we should all talk and we all should get along. It's not real life. Everyone doesn't have get along energy. Like, that's not real. Like I was saying earlier, I was talking to my mom. I said, Mom, my nephew needs discipline. His dad is going to discipline him. You don't like it. I said, because you're not used to men disciplining the boys. And I was the only boy growing up. Who disciplined me? You didn't. I went to basketball practice. You know, I had to learn discipline. So when something's not common to our nervous system, we think it's wrong. So I said, my nephew's not used to structure. His dad is putting him on a time, like, hey, buddy, you got to go to sleep. But he's like calling grandma. No. Grandma's not coming to bail you out. You got to sit in your mess because you're causing havoc. So just know it's nothing wrong with staying too long, but you don't want to stay in something so long that you forget who you are. And I think Kimberly was saying that. It's like she's giving so much of herself. I mean, I did that. And I wanted to add as well is that, do you notice at times, maybe you do, maybe you don't, where you find yourself thinking about what everybody else want and need, and it's like, oh, you're just neglecting yourself. No, Eric. No. They don't need anything from you. You need that. Stop giving them that. Give it to yourself because it's unconscious programming because of lack or worry or scarcity or trauma. So when I get in that space, I'm like, no, you're not asking for that advice, brother. No. Focus on yourself. So all it's doing is bringing a mirror back to you and what you need so you can grow. So thank you for that challenge. It's a beautiful challenge to have because now you know, like, it's about me and it's okay to make it about you. Be selfish. Being selfish is selfless.
That you see, that's not what my mom said. So that's the tape that plays, right? And so we have to change that. But yeah, that's the trigger word. So, but I appreciate your perspective because I think it's good. I didn't realize, what you're talking about, what people need or what we think we need, or their, the taking and the doing, that's actually kind of filling something else, like maybe not sitting in my mess and not clearing that out. So that's a good aha. I like that. So thank you.
I always say our mess is our message, but you don't want somebody else's mess to be your message. I've done that for years because of obligation, because of I'm being real. I'm the good family member. And I'm like, oh, I'm only doing it because I want love. And realize like, oh, that's you. That's your shadow frequency. You trying to cover it up and like, oh yeah, I'm helping everybody. No, that's just selfish of being fulfilled. And guess when you do that, they're not even going to care the way you did because you're coming from the wrong paradigm, right? Because you want that love and that attention from doing that thing. You don't need that. So, but this is why we got to have grace. We got to have compassion and self-acceptance and be like, you know what? This is where I'm at in my journey. It's not bad. I'm growing. I'm learning. I will not be in this space again. Sabotaging myself, dimming my light because I feel like because of a title, I'm a mom, I'm a sister, or I'm a brother, I'm a this, I have to do that. Okay, I train and coach people, but I make mistakes. I mess up. I was telling Kathleen, I said, Kathleen, you have some ice cream? And she was like, I said, Kathleen, I love ice cream. She showed me a picture. I said, I don't want you to feel like you can't be real with me. Like, I eat ice cream. Because what happens is we get this perception from what we see. No, I'm not the jolly, perfect. No, I have fun. I eat when I need to eat. And it's not about the food. It's our relationship with the food. Because if you ate it with no resistance, it wouldn't have an impact on your body. But the world makes us believe that's bad. It's not bad. It's actually part of life. Just like having emotions and being angry and upset. That's real emotions. There's nothing wrong with that. So I want people, again, to honor their full capacity of who they are. Listen, the reason I'm saying that because I played the mask of I'm positive and I'm happy when I'm really sad and hurting inside, but I don't want no one to see it because I don't know how to be vulnerable because I feel like If I yell, I'm going to lose. That's a program. Actually, when I'm vulnerable, I have more power because I'm not hiding anything. I actually get more from the universe because I'm being genuine, I'm being authentic, I'm have integrity. So we can let our guards down, you know? Like, look, I don't want to have no more answers. I'm tired of making decisions. I'm tired of paying all the bills, right? Sometimes you got to pull that responsibility back and say, okay, now what? But it's okay. So thank you for sharing. This is beautiful.
Thank you. I love that.
Yes, yes. Welcome. Anyone else with a challenge? A challenge got me hyped. Man, what else with a challenge?
My big challenge is not filling my day with everything. I'm from New York City. I'm a worker, I'm a doer, something in my ear on a conversation, watching something, emailing. That's just how I operate always, and I have to, it's going to be like almost like wrestling with myself to stop doing that, that is a big challenge for me. Now that I'm here in this program and I've decided that I really want to expand, that is my big challenge, like just doing less. That's all.
Hey, listen, that's been my biggest challenge my entire life. And I didn't get this message until I went to Peru and hiked some mountains and realized the reason I lack patience at times because I don't want to feel. So I fill my day up with things. I'm in the masculine, always doing it. I'm afraid to be because, oh my God, what am I going to feel at the top of this mountain? I'm afraid of heights. Yeah, feel that emotion, young man. Are you so strong after all? Or, man, no wonder that person didn't text me back. Or, oh, wow, I got to sit in silence. So I realized my big wins come in life when I'm not productive. Like, wow, the biggest things happen in life when I'm having fun or when I'm at rest. Well, they say manifestations manifest when you're relaxed, not when you're charged up. So we're always feeling time to fill a gap that we don't want to feel or experience for whatever reason. But I'm telling you, that gap and that feeling is a great reason to sit in it to get more out of your life instead of being so busy. But I think a lot of us, we're on autopilot and we're always doing things, especially when you work for yourself. You feel like, oh, I just did this, I gotta do that, do that. It's like sometimes doing something is doing nothing. Non-action is action. Be present. You actually will bring in more because you're not in the way of your manifestation. You know how someone to just keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. Okay. Listen now. Can you listen? Oh, that's the thought. You was listening. So it's just beautiful. I'm planning a nothing. Oh, vacation. I think you should start a group. Planning a nothing vacation. Wow, that is great. But thank you, Lady Joy.
It's a nothing vacation. Like, I don't want to go with folks that's planning this whole big agenda. I don't, because when I want to do nothing, I want to do just that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothingness.
I'm planning a nothing vacation. I'm gonna call you later because I'm from Philly. You from New York? We gonna have to,
I was in Philly a lot last year. Talk about that. I'm from Baltimore, so I know. Yeah.
And I'm in Europe where they're not doing anything here. August is a month of
the relaxation month. I should be here.
You should be here. Spain, the whole country shuts down. And I'm like, it's, God put me to a place where like I have to, they have siesta. That's a real thing.
Yes,
Things shut down in the afternoon for a couple, but I'm still over here. My fingers are like steam's coming from my fingers. I'm emailing people. It's like.
So in August is when I need to visit, which will be great. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Your birthday. Come on. Yeah. Why not? I love it. Yeah. So we have these challenges, which are great. What needs to change in your life right now that is like, and it could be very small. What like needs to change? Is it just, I had a client this morning and we had to do abs, their whole energy changed. I said, oh, why did your energy change? And I said, we're doing core. I said, because your relationship to the term, language, the power of language, right? Words can take energy from us. You know how somebody can say something or you see a negative comment and just take your energy? I said, it's because your relationship, you're already anticipating the workout to be hard because your relationship with the word, abs, core. Now, when you in your rhythm, you're already struggling because of what's in your mind. It started in your mind because of your perception of it. So no, sometimes what needs to change is the words we use, right? Someone can say, oh, I gotta do so much paperwork, right? You see how I've done so much paperwork. What if the paperwork was purpose work? I have to do purpose work today, guys. I get to do purpose work. Words, right? Because words create an experience in our body. And if you say it, depending on what that experience was for that moment, you'll bring it back into your body. So I know for me, for some of us, be aware of your attachment or your perception to certain words that you could change, right? Someone's like, I don't have no money. I said, stop saying that. You do have money. Your vibration is money. Yeah, but I said, just hear me out. You're manifesting what you're saying. What we speak, we reap. That's just what it is. But yeah, anybody want to add what they think needs to change in their life or in the world or just in general? I'm just curious.
And I mentioned just something that I did change, and I'm still working towards it. Sort of like what Christine was saying, just not being hard on myself when I don't do that thing that I had planned on doing or that I'm used to doing. And I'm like, today it really gave me clarity of how well it's working on me, because my stylist at the shop says, I didn't do such before I left, but then I realized that I'm going to be okay and blah, blah. And it took me right there. And I'm like, you're going to be okay regardless if you did that thing or not. So it was just like, it was my confirmation and okay, Kim, you learning to be open to receive and releasing things has now allowed you to be able to share this with somebody else who now is in this frantic space of, oh my God, I didn't do ABC and XYZ, but I did such and such, and it feels like I didn't get enough done.
Yeah.
So I was able to give her some insight to that, because it's something that I had been working on.
And that's so great, because I struggled with that for years. And the last thing that we're going to do before we get off, we're going to talk about activities, how we got all these activities that we feel like we must do or else. What if those activities not lead to an outcome that you think they are? So that's good. Thank you for sharing. Elizabeth, how are you? I see you raised your hand.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's so great to be in this space. So much positive energy. The question you asked just kind of really sat with me a little bit heavy in my heart. You said, what needs to change? And I thought about it. I'm like, I'm embodying all the positive energy, the abundance, prosperity, and all that. But as a mother of 3 teenagers, I have a girl in the middle, I have 2 boys, the fear that needs to change, right? Fear, worries, doubts, with so much going on in the children's lives, I can, here I am trying to manifest wealth and just myself, work on myself. But these worries keep getting in the way. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, oh, these low vibrations, it's not doing it for me. So it's a constant check-in and a constant awareness, and being able to shift and create higher vibration. It's definitely that's what needs to change. And actually, Eric, I was gonna even reach out to you. I'm like, do you do coaching for teenage boys?
Yeah, it's interesting because the universal, I'll give you a little back. So when I went to Peru, I was doing plant medicine, I hiked all these mountains, and I went to Al Segundo at the top of the mountains, like 6 a.m. I'm getting all these channel thoughts, downloading. I got 4 nephews, their dads are not in their life like they need to be. And I was like, I got to give young boys this medicine that I had to go create and become the man I wanted to look up to. And recently, like, I'm attracting like young men. I got 3 clients, they're all 21, right? They're young, still young men, but they're becoming. And yeah, I see what young boys are missing, and I see what they need. So when the time is right, we get off here, we can talk about that. But I want to back off what you were saying. And I realized the reason we worry and we have fear and we don't trust is because it's a control response, right? So you can control what you think can happen. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that, or something bad, because you can see it. It's hard to control what you can't see, so you don't stay in that frequency. You stay in the frequency that you control, which is low. Oh, yeah, I don't want them to go out. And I realized this as a man, looking after a woman or a sister or a mother, unconsciously as men, we don't know sometimes we can project our fear on women, right? When they're out. Call me when you get there, be safe, and those guys out there. But think about it, what I'm saying, I'm putting that into their frequency. I could help them manifest that because I'm worrying in the fear, because I know, right? Because I can control that, because I can see it. So the reason we have fear and we worry is because we can actually see it in our mind's eye, and we trade imagination from a low frequency because it's so evident in our mind. But the higher frequency doesn't make sense because we don't have the evidence in front of us, right? Or we're projecting our own experience on the kids. And it's tough, but I realize for all of us, the fear, the worry is a control thing. We can control it because we can see it. You can't control what you can't see, so therefore you don't want to see it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And so just know that I struggle with that at times, but always get back to, your affirmations, right? Talking to yourself and putting on good music, good vibes, because also it could be ancestry, right? It could be an ancestry thing from past lives. It could be someone in your life that could be their thoughts. But you look like a powerful, incredible woman that knows what she wants, and we all struggle with this, but that doesn't have to be our life or our livelihood. It's just the awareness of like, okay, where is this coming from? Like when I get those thoughts, like, who thinking is this? Is this the younger me or is this the higher me?
Yeah.
And a lot of times, I was talking to a client yesterday, when we hit our upper limit in life, so look at it like this. You're doing all this work. We're doing all this material. We're climbing. Great. We get to the top of the mountain. Say Machu Picchu, we at the top. And at the top of this mountain, nothing but clouds. So you at this top and you're like, yo, where's my manifestation? Like I'm at the top. Like, so what? Two things happen. You self-sabotage because it's like that space that you got to sit in where nothing's happening. You're creating like, I'm going to just go eat something bad. Or I'm going to go do something that I shouldn't do unconsciously because it's a control thing again. And then you want to climb the clouds, but the clouds not ready for you to go to the next mountain. So what happens is you're sabotaging it because you hit an upper limit. So when you hit an upper limit, when you're at your like, damn, I did 30 push-ups. I can't do no more. It's like, that's what you're thinking. You're not allowing space for you to do the next set because you're looking for the expectation of the manifestation, right? And I always say, I don't have expectation, I have appreciation. And sometimes expectation gets us in trouble, but it's all of the divine feminine and that trusting and that allowing and knowing, right? We good. I'm not believing what I see. My kids are fine. I prayed for them. They're great. I hugged them, I showed them and gave them love. Y'all gonna be phenomenal ones. Take care of yourself, okay? And if something does go outside of what I think, that's supposed to happen. Because guess what? They have to learn. Everyone's here to have their own sovereign soul. Like I told my mom this morning, Mom, he's 10. He's a young boy. If he don't learn from his dad or his uncle, the world won't meet him. I can't save you then, nephew. I love you. So we just got to have that trust and that faith. And we don't want to make sure we're putting our burdens on others because we went through. But it's hard when you're a parent. You got so much responsibility. You're not doing anything wrong. At least they know you care about him. As if he wasn't checking, like... So,
oh, wow. Every word you spoke really resonated right here. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being vulnerable. We needed that. Anyone else want to share what needs to change? If not, we can get into the last segment. I'm so excited about because I just learned this like a few weeks ago, and I'm like, oh my God, stories I'm getting from this method. All right. So, Kimberly just spoke on action items and to-do lists. I think Kristen spoke on, I asked her what her intentions was. She talked 220% increase, business. So rapid planning method, what is that? So lately I've been thinking like, okay, cool. I got a lot of information, a lot of wisdom. I've been through some things. I've done some things. Cool. I want to get my clients rapid results. Like I want it now. How can I bring it in? And I'm so analytical and so deep when it comes to like people I look up to. So Tony Robbins, been studying Tony for years. Like when I got to LA at 22, I had no clue on this personal development. So I just started reading books. Tony Robbins changed my life. Came here at 22, had $1,000 in my name in Los Angeles. I need one person, slept with someone couch, paid them $500 a month. I was just out here trying to figure it out. Young kid from Baltimore. But over the years, I would just connect. Like, oh, what's his sign? Oh, he's a Pisces, like me. I'm a Pisces. I understand the passion. And then if you go deeper into your astrological chart, if anyone aware, there's something called your MC, your midheaven. So that's the 10th house in your chart. That's like your career path and how you will make money or how people see you in a social sense. So yes, Cancer and it's midheaven. I have that in my 10th house. And I'm like, people who have that in their 10th house, when it comes to work, it's more emotional based. So a lot of the work I get to do with clients, whether it's physical, mental, however, spiritual, is emotional, psychological, right? EQ, emotional intelligence, awareness, spirituality. I'm like, oh. And so my spirit was telling me like, beginning of July, you need to tap back into Tony Robbins. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm listening to Tony Robbins every day in the morning in the gym, 5, 6 a.m. Just, come on, Tony, give it to me. Bang, bang, bang. So I came past this method, RPM, rapid planning method. And I'm like, okay. So I'm into the brain. So he started to say, like, what if all the activities you're doing is not getting you close to your outcome? So for years, I'm like, I'm doing all these activities, but nothing is really changing. So I'm gonna give you what I came up with for myself. But his first thing was, what's your outcome, right? If you say, so I'll give you one client was like, when she first started training with me, she said, oh, I just want to move my body, I want to feel good. Oh yeah, bang, bang, bang. So I was like, okay. And then every month, I'll give my clients, what's your intention for the month? So one of hers was soft love. She want to be more into her feminine, soft love. I said, so we want to speak like soft love, dress like soft love, talk like whatever that is for your frequency. And then I said, you know what? We never really focused on your vessel the way I normally do. I said, give me a number. So I would love my outcome, 10 pounds. I know 10 pounds. I'm like, great, cool, boom. Train twice, 3 days go by. She said, oh my God, I lost 6 pounds. I said, oh, really? She's like, yeah, I don't know what happened. I said, bingo, we set that outcome, right? We said 10 pounds. But imagine if I was giving her all these to-do lists. So basically what, and I'm gonna get back to the beginning, what he says is that, think about your rent, right, or mortgage. There's a number, there's an outcome. So imagine you don't have the money you need right now. Your brain will find the way to get you the outcome. But if I'm thinking I gotta do the meditation, I gotta get up at 5, I gotta work out, I gotta do cold plunge to get the rent, it's gonna take me longer. However, my brain is gonna bring it in quicker because we get more of what we focus on. So when I say, for instance, my intentions is to make more money. Great, it's great. Okay, that's extra $5, brother. What is more money? Oh, I wanna make $50,000 this month. Great, now we got an outcome, right? Now we have our intention, and this is where I come in, bringing my method. We have intention, we have outcome. But in between that, we have activity items, action items. So our activity is not the activity we should be doing because we feel like that's going to help us. It's in alignment of my outcome, right? If I want to make my outcome to be 50,000, what type of activity do I need to be making instead of me doing all these little to-do lists that don't even make sense for the outcome? It's like a person is in a relationship and a person wants more love from them and they're showing them what they want, but they're not telling them. So you got to speak it and not show it. That could be their activity item that changes, right? So for all of you on here, what is your intention? She said she wanted to move to Santa Barbara Laguna, right? It was intention. And then her sales increased, right? Because she had an outcome, right? She's paying 3. She wanted to pay 65, whatever her number was, but it was a number in her mind that she held the vision, right? Give you another story, another client, makes a lot of money. So in July, I didn't have the outcome method yet. I just had the intention method. I say, buddy, what's your intentions for July? He said, big sales, big sales. I said, big sales is going to be the intention. So we work out, that's the thought. And then we do affirmations around business is growing and flowing, money, you want more money. Mind you, he's a multi-millionaire. But I've noticed when I come into his space, when he's not making money, his energy's off. I said, money has too much power over you. You're damn near 7 years old. We got to shift this, right? So then, mind you, intentions, we set the intention. He went to Sun Valley. He had something going on there. And he's like, hey, it's like end of another second or third week of July. I'm like, how's it been? He said, oh, this is the most money I ever made all this year. I said, wow, we had an intention, right? Big sales. So now I say, I want you to think, how much do you want to make before you go to Europe? I said, come on, give me a number. So you don't got to tell me how much you made already. Give me a number. He said, I don't know, 400,000, 500, 600. I said, okay, 400,000 it is. Great. So this is me coming into the gym with this new outcome thing, right? The number, outcome. So we talking. He get a call from his wife. She throws his energy off. I say, hey, neutralize. We ain't got to embrace that. It's okay. Let's forget about it. Let's get back into state, right? 5 minutes later, he gets a call. He said, oh, it's my client from Monaco. Mind you, because we're talking. I said, answer that. You might be calling in money, right? Because we're in alignment, because this is what we're talking about. And so it's a call from a client. This client makes $150 million a year. I call this $100 million combo. And I said, oh, I said, you're going to see him when you go to Europe in 3 weeks? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. I said, you might make some millions. His villa is $44 million in France. what I had to teach him in that moment was like, you see how the frequency you're on, you see how you pulled that, was you anticipating him calling you? No. Right. But the outcome doesn't always have to be the actual thing. It could be the lead up to it. I said, that's frequency. That's a conversation. Then I saw him again. We were walking. And he said, oh, guy just hit me up. He wants to spend like 500,000. I said, did you expect that? He's like, no. I said, you see? So I'm trying to open up his awareness. I'm trying to open up our awareness, how we had these things, these outcomes, right? You know your rent is $2,500, $3,000. You know you got to pay that every month. Guess what? You're going to figure out how to make that money. But sometimes when we get in places and we get comfortable, we stop thinking big. We stop giving us outcome. And where most people fail is that when they don't hit their outcome, they just stop it. They just give up. No. Constant activation. So before we get off here, because I know it's cutting the time, I want to elevate your mindset and your supercharger mid-year, giving you this method, right? You know, the results, right? What is the results that you want? What is your outcome for you, right? What is your outcome? Write down, what is your outcome? You ain't got to share it, just write down, what do you want your outcome to be? Cool, that's great. Okay, we have this outcome. I want to make this amount of money. Okay, what's the purpose? What's the why? Like, let's get deep. Let's really go to the root. Like, why do I want this outcome? Is this ego driven? Is this from a heart desire? Is this fulfillment, is success? Doesn't matter what it is, but let's get clear on, like she got clear that she wants to move to California. She was clear on that. There was no confusion in that. And she was able to supersede in her business because she was clear. I'm trying to get to California. Okay, universe, clear. And she probably even got clear on why, right? You said the story, everybody's in Malibu having a good time. Clarity, people, we need clarity in our frequency to pull it in, right? So what is your outcome? What is the result? What's the purpose of the outcome? Why do you want this? And then, you know, the activity the same way as the MAP, massive action plan. What actions, what massive action are you taking towards that end goal, right? What are you thinking about on a day-to-day basis? What are you reading? Who are you talking to? And people don't understand. I was listening to a video this morning. He's like, you know, what me and my friends do, we talk about money all day. We just talk about money. He said, guess what? We make money. All because they're talking about it. Now, I'm not saying money is the ideal, but for most people, money and love is like, no, is it everything for people? Money or love won't buy you happiness. I done seen it all and I had it all, right? And I'm around people who got real wealth. And it's like, that's not it. That's why we got to get deep in our cores. Like, what is our intention, right? What is that result? What is that? What actions am I going to take? Does these action items, activity bring me to my outcome? And by the way, once you start playing with this formula, right, you won't even have to take as many actions and you'll be able to get right to the outcome because it's in your brain. Remember, this is psychological. We like to give the mechanical 3D. I think Bob Proctor said, you write down your action thing every day and you say it. And it's like, I get that, Bob, but there's a different way to get there. And it's all in the mind. If it's nothing's in your mind, you can't think about it. Before I went to France last year, I was like, man, I gotta make 10,000 before I leave. I gotta find a way to make 10,000. But here's the thing, I wasn't attached to the 10,000. I just said it, but it was in my mind first. Right before I went to France last year, I had a brand deal that paid me 11,000. But it was in my mind first. It didn't just come to me. I thought about it. So that's how simple you can manifest things when you have this formula. And you can, I always say, write it out and have it like, I got a whiteboard in front of you, write it out for the month of August. This is something you should do for August. Okay, what is my outcome for August? What is my purpose? What is my why? And what action items, activity is going to get me closer to that? And what do I need to be thinking about, right? And play with it. It's like your imagination, but keep thinking about it. Don't give it too much of your power. Just think about it, look at it, and then watch the universe start bringing phone calls, people, places, things, right? So this little rapid planning method, this results purpose, map is what we can use. So we won't be using so much energy doing it. And I've done this for years. Because I'm the guy, I'm gonna read the whole book and I'm gonna do this. And I was like, I don't need the whole book. Now when I read books, I go to a chapter, like, what stands out to me? Read that chapter. When I was in Peru, my friend was telling me, do all these things. I'm like, that doesn't work for me. Autonomy, what works for you? You might understand this concept in a different way to make it amplify even quicker. Because I'm just giving you the medicine that worked for me and what I'm learning. You might learn differently. But just put the thought. What do I want? Why? Okay, cool. Let me think about this enough. And eventually I'll pull it in. It's that simple. So don't beat yourself up You know, I'm pretty sure everybody has a lot of wins that they should be thinking about. You should be acknowledging. Celebrate yourself. You deserve it. We all we got, right? As people, as a collective. I'm sharing, you guys are sharing, we're helping each other. We all deserve to feel good inside. And guess what? It might sound crazy, but there's no problems. We create them. They're all in our mind. There's no problem. Like as I said again, Brand, I love my mom, but the topic was about her today. Like, Mom, you just had an emotional reaction to your grandson. He's fine. I said, you wasn't like that with me. Right? But it's emotional because of the perception, the meaning we give it. The reason we have this emotional challenge or thing is because the meaning we give it. You know how someone can tell someone no and not care, and then someone else like, oh, I told him no, maybe I did something. It's two different energies. The one who said no with no care, they're not attached to the no because they're serving their highest good. They're setting that strong boundary. But some of us, I've been away like, man, maybe I should have said I could do it. Now you feel bad. No, don't guilt trip yourself. Don't feel shameful for putting yourself first. But it's learned behavior. You learned it from a childhood that I'm not worthy enough to do what I need to do for me. Even as moms, like I have 4 kids. She's the CEO of a brand in the face. I said, you better sit down and take some time for yourself. I said, by the way, I want to see you angry. You need to cut somebody out. You're too nice. Too fucking nice. I'm like, yes, yeah, I said it. You're too nice. I want to see that dark side. You ain't making all the millions by just being nice. No, you executing. You're in that masculine. Let us get that. I said, the people who go against how you treat them, they need to feel that. I said, we get what we tolerate. So people, honor yourself, love yourself. Let's elevate our life. Let's elevate our mindset. Let's take some of these notes and let's just go to the next level of our ascension. And let's be happy about it. Let's be proud about our gifts. Let's take up space. We're not playing it small. She got the book. We exhaling your self-doubt. Hopefully I said it right. We getting that out of here, man. Doubt. What doubt? I got all this life and I'm doubting. You crazy? No, I woke up. Got all this energy. We got all this information. How can we lose when we got all this right here? How can I lose when I got all this? This is community. This is one thing about Diamond Academy that I love, and I told Kathleen this. You don't understand how most people don't have a real community. And they have friends that they don't even connect with. They just grew up with or they work with. This is a real community. You women are powerful. You're really about this work. And I thought I'd be inspired by a bunch of guys. Guys ain't doing this work. They just want to look like they're doing, like y'all really doing the work. I'm like, damn. They getting up around to the Rise Retreat, Mexico, like, hey, what's great? You know, like, I fucking love it. They want to win. You know, like, they want to win. Like, that's like, oh my God, give me a hug. Yes. You're crying because you want to win. You don't want to be in this miserable situation anymore. Yes. How can I help you? How can we help each other? That's what I like. Because you're willing to do what it takes to get where you want to go, even if you're having some baggage or some strong moments or challenges. It's all right. But your intentions, remember, you guys' intention is to win. So eventually, guess what's going to happen? We're going to win. We just got to figure out why do we want to win and what's the outcome so we can pull it in even quicker, right? You might get over here like, damn, I just got somebody, Kimmy might get a person to buy 10,000 books, like right now. What's the outcome? What's bulk? Bulk is what? A box of 100? Or do we want 5,000, you know? But if anybody want to share, I don't know, I just went off a little tangent, but I wanted to share this information. You guys are just incredible beings and your energy is just, I told Kathleen, I said, Kathleen, you have the power to create a consciousness and a collective to heal the world with this medicine that you're giving these people. Like your women are so strong. Like I've never in my life seen so many powerful, willing women who want to win. And this is why men got to step up because they don't want to win, right? To win, they want to win to be in control. That's not a real purpose, brother. I don't want to be in control. I want to be in control of what I can control for me, but I want to win to help the collective evolve. Not to say, oh, I'm empower you and I'm in control. Like, no, I don't want to eat what you want. You can have this. Let's go. The more we share, the more we get, right? But that's my perspective. That's my paradigm. I just think we all deserve to feel good inside. We deserve to be happy. And no, you choose your happiness based on your thoughts, your thinking, your emotions, and your experiences. You know, they say if we change the way we look at things, things we look at change. I was telling my nephew, I said, you cried about your mom and your dad. Some people don't even have that, but you're too young to know. It's all perspective, right? So gratitude is the attitude. I'm honored to be here. This was a beautiful session. Like really was. Like Jen, thank you for bringing up with this topic. Jeez, I didn't know it was gonna give us the kaboom. You know, like this was good. And Kristen, keep the green. We love the green. Money is green now. You know, I like the green. Kimberly, we gotta get the books. Christine, thank you for sharing your challenge. Layla Joy, thank you for being in Spain. I think you need to take the day off and just chill out and not do anything. And Elizabeth, there's nothing to worry about. You are the faith. You are the power. You are the love. Just look at yourself when you're feeling that way. To everyone, just thank you. It's just this was good. So you can connect with me on Instagram, just Eric Bigger, DM me. You can email me at itsmiracleseason@gmail.com. But other than that, let's keep this momentum going. Let's keep this energy going. Let's continue to love ourselves and not put ourselves last because we're afraid to be first because someone else's insecurities. You deserve to be first. So that's all. That's it. It's incredible. Love, 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 love. Bye. Thank you.